Okay bros, y'all read the title, so I'm not gonna waste time on this. Okay wait. I'm gonna tell you a story of how I pooped my pants for the very first time. This is gonna sound a little bit crazy and funny at the same time. Wait until you hear how stupid I was. I still remember the date. It was September 2017. I don't quite remember the day, but I remember it happened on a Monday. Because the day before it was a Sunday, which I ate a sweet chili sauce that was poured on a salad. That sweet chili had a very terrible reaction afterwards cause I spent the whole night going to the bathroom and to the toilet and pooping the whole night. Here in South Africa, we always have a special supper on a Sunday called 7 colors. So I believe I poured too much sweet chili sauce on my salad because of the greed that I had for food. And I loved food so much. So that night, I had diarrhea after consuming that salad, which I poured a lot of sweet chili sauce in. And as a stupid kid that I was, I didn't even tell my parents because they could have called the school and then told them that I'm not going to school on the Monday because I was sick. Now it's Monday morning and I woke up for school and I was feeling a little bit better, but still felt a little bit nauseous, but better. So I felt the need not to tell my mom that I think I got diarrhea. So number one, that was the first stupid thing that I did. So I went to school, we played soccer on the field, on the school field, before the first period started and before assembly. I also remember the girls were sitting on the benches and watching us play and cheering for us. So your boy getting a little bit of aura. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And suddenly, my stomach started to rumble. It was now reacting. The diarrhea was starting to kick in and I was like, oh no. So playing soccer and running around was the second stupid thing that I did. Suddenly, there was a change in the mood from happiness to discomfort. I was like, yo, what am I gonna do? I was so nervous. So the first bell rang and they called us for the assembly in the morning. So there I am standing in line at the assembly in the morning. My stomach again was rumbling, but this time even harder. And then I was like, is this gonna be it? And then out of nowhere, a girl standing next to me heard me and she giggled. And in my head I was like, I think I'm gonna poop myself. I'm panicking. I'm sweating while everybody was singing at the assembly and a few people noticed something was wrong with me. Bear in mind, back then I was a shy kid who was very nerdy. I had a few friends and most of the times I was always bullied. So this random girl who was in 7th grade noticed something was wrong with me and she offered me a bottle of water. Her kindness, beautiful heart offered me a bottle of water. And after I drank it, the upset stomach was slowly starting to get better. Yo bro, this girl saved my life bro, like, you know what I'm saying? So after that, everything went well. I continued with classes and I was relieved because earlier I was panicking. I thought the worst thing was gonna happen. Until it's now lunch break and everybody is out playing around and eating their lunch. You know, everybody's cool, everything is alright. And then surprisingly, this girl who offered me water earlier in the morning came up to me and said she wanted to check up on me. And yo bros, one thing about this girl bro, she's so fine bro. She was medium skin with braids, glasses, and she was even a little bit taller than me. And she even played netball for the school and the stupid me was shaking and couldn't even talk to the girl. You know, I was a shy kid who barely even had friends. She then even told me to take care of myself more and she then left. Now here's the third stupid decision that I made. Now I was so happy that a fine girl came up to me and asked if I was alright, and then I was done. You know what else went up? My appetite. And by that time, I really ate a lot of food. I was a fooder. I loved a lot of food when I was young. And come to notice, my stomach started growling again, but this time it was softer. Because the growling of the diarrhea was soft, I brushed it off and I went to the shop to buy a kota. A kota is actually a quarter of a loaf of bread that has ingredients of chips, which are called fries, sausages, cheese, and archer polony. If you're South African, you would know. And more stuff. So my big ego and the love I had for food drove me to buy a kota. And I devoured it so quickly, I don't even remember the full details. But what I remember is the diarrhea was strongly starting to kick in and real bad. So 4 minutes after eating the kota, the diarrhea started kicking in very strong. Then I realized, bro, why did I even eat this? And immediately, panic started getting in once again cause it was so hot that day. It was also afternoon. So when the bell rang, it made the situation even worse and more scary. So the period after lunchtime was a time of panic mode. I was getting sweaty, I'm holding it tight, I'm sitting in the math class and the teacher was talking and I wasn't listening, bro. Honestly, I wasn't listening. And also, while I was at it, I was feeling so tired, sweaty, and I felt like vomit was gonna come out. Like it was making its way to the throat. And then I remember I stormed out of the class and the teacher saw me, and that everybody's attention shifted towards me because they were scared and they were like, so the teacher went after me, and then immediately after I went outside the class, vomit eventually started blasting out of my mouth, and then the pressure of the stiffening of my belly added towards the poop coming out of my behind.
Ew, you nasty ass bastard! You fucking nasty ass motherfucker, that's nasty!
No one except the teacher was looking. I have never been so embarrassed ever in my life. I was like, oh jazz. There was yellowish vomit all over the corridor floor. My pants looked brown and it looked like I had a pot of mud in my pants. And instantly I felt so embarrassed and ran to the bathroom and locked the bathroom door. And again, I've always been a shy kid, so I was so scared that my bullies are gonna find out and they were gonna even bully me even more, or let the whole school know. And I remember taking off the pants and wiping the poop with the toilet paper and crying myself. Yo, it was so bad. It was a sunny day and the temperature was high and I was feeling so tired when I walked out of the bathroom. The teacher was already worried what's going on and instantly covered her nose. I was like, wow, I'm so embarrassed. She knows. She took me to the sick people's room and gave me new pants and I slept in there. She was kind enough to even call my parents and they came early to the school. It was like at 12 in the afternoon. Luckily, I went to school the following week feeling better and nobody suspected anything. They just knew that I was sick, so that was a relief. So there you have it, folks. That was the story of how I pooped my pants in 5th grade. It was probably the weirdest experience I've ever had, and I can't even thank you all enough for my last video not getting 500 or 1,000 or 10,000 but 39,000 views. I really appreciate y'all. You really motivated me with this YouTube journey, man. And I also like to thank you for 1,000 subscribers, man. We finally did it. Yeah, man, I couldn't have done it without y'all. And do me a favor, please. Don't forget to leave a like and comment down what you think about this video and click the sub button. We are officially on the road to 5K subscribers. And the moral of the story is, don't go anywhere if you have diarrhea.